Hey there, comic fans. Ever wondered what would happen if two of the craziest villains in comic book history went head to head? Well, buckle up, because today we're diving into the most insane battle ever. Carnage versus the Joker. But wait for it. The Joker juiced up with Venom. Can you imagine the chaos, the madness, the utter destruction these two would unleash on each other, and everyone around them? Let's get into it. Alright, so picture this. The most twisted symbiote villain from Marvel facing off against DC's clown prince of crime, but this time, the Joker's packing some serious muscle thanks to Venom. This is a clash not just of physical might, but of pure, unadulterated insanity. Why is this battle so epic, you ask? Well, we're talking about two of the most unpredictable and dangerous villains ever. Both love chaos, both have zero regard for human life, and both keep our favorite heroes on their toes. So, who would come out on top in this ultimate showdown? Let's find out. Carnage. First up, Carnage. Or should I say, Cletus Cassidy, a deranged serial killer who bonded with the offspring of the Venom symbiote. Talk about a match made in hell. Origin story. Cletus Cassidy was already a complete psychopath before becoming Carnage. Raised in an abusive home, he developed a twisted worldview early on. After being cellmates with Eddie Brock, Venom, the Venom symbiote left behind an offspring that bonded with Cassidy. Voila, Carnage was born, and a new level of chaos was unleashed upon the Marvel Universe. Powers and abilities. So, what can Carnage do? For starters, he's got superhuman strength, speed, and endurance that surpass both Spider-Man and Venom. He can shape his symbiote into weapons like blades and spikes, extending his reach and lethality. Plus, he's got a regenerative healing factor that makes him incredibly hard to kill. You knock him down, he gets right back up, with a vengeance. Notable feats. Carnage has taken on Spider-Man, Venom, and even entire teams of superheroes. Remember the Maximum Carnage storyline? He led a group of supervillains on a murderous rampage through New York City. He's caused massive destruction and left a trail of bodies in his wake. Not exactly the kind of guy you'd invite to a dinner party. The Joker, with Venom. Now, let's talk about the Joker, but this isn't your regular Joker. This is the Joker hopped up on Venom, the same strength-enhancing substance used by Bane. Things just got a whole lot more interesting. Origin story. The Joker's past is shrouded in mystery, which only adds to his terrifying allure. Was he the Red Hood who fell into a vat of chemicals? A failed comedian who had one bad day? The ambiguity is part of what makes him so captivating. What we do know is that he's Batman's ultimate nemesis, a master of chaos and anarchy, and the epitome of unpredictability. Enhancement with Venom. Venom is a powerful substance in the DC universe, best known for giving Bane his incredible strength. It's a steroid-like compound that amplifies physical abilities to superhuman levels. Now, imagine the Joker getting his hands on this stuff. With Venom, he'd not only be a mental threat but also a physical powerhouse. Powers and abilities. With Venom coursing through his veins, the Joker's strength and endurance skyrocket. He can go toe-to-toe with some of Gotham's toughest. But he doesn't lose his cunning or his flair for the dramatic. He's still the master of psychological warfare, using mind games, chemical concoctions, and deadly gadgets like his infamous joy buzzers and lethal laughing gas. Notable feats. The Joker has committed some of the most heinous acts in comic book history. From paralyzing Barbara Gordon to killing Jason Todd, he's inflicted immeasurable pain on Batman and his allies. He's orchestrated citywide chaos, manipulated other villains, and even temporarily gained godlike powers in some storylines. And that's without the physical boost from Venom. Now that we've got our contenders, let's set the scene for this epic showdown. The scenario setup. Imagine a multiverse glitch that brings Carnage into Gotham City, a place that's no stranger to madness. Carnage starts doing what he does best, wreaking havoc. The Joker catches wind of this new player causing chaos on his turf. Not cool. This city ain't big enough for two psychopaths. Motivations for the battle. Carnage is all about spreading chaos and indulging in his bloodlust. He doesn't care where he is, he's just looking for his next thrill. The Joker, on the other hand, sees Carnage as an uninvited guest stealing his spotlight. Plus, he's not about to let someone else outdo him in the chaos department. It's a clash of egos, philosophies, and a whole lot of crazy. Let's break down how these two stack up against each other. Physical abilities. Carnage is a symbiote-enhanced powerhouse with strength surpassing Spider-Man and Venom. He's fast, agile, and incredibly durable. His symbiote allows him to shapeshift, create weapons, and even extend parts of himself to attack from a distance. He's a one-man, or symbiote, army. The Joker, even with Venom, gains significant strength and endurance, putting him on a similar level to Bane. He can dish out and take more physical punishment than his usual self. However, he's still human and doesn't have the same level of superhuman abilities as Carnage. But never underestimate the Joker. Mental and psychological warfare. This is the Joker's playground. He's a master manipulator, capable of getting under the skin of even the most stoic heroes. He uses mind games, illusions, and psychological tricks to outsmart his opponents. Carnage, while insane, doesn't operate on the same intellectual level. His madness is more about raw chaos than calculated schemes. The Joker could potentially exploit Carnage's lack of strategy. Weapons and gadgets. Carnage can morph his symbiote into all sorts of deadly weapons, axes, swords, spikes, you name it. He can attack from multiple angles and has nearly limitless ammo since it's all a part of him. The Joker brings an arsenal of lethal gadgets, exploding cigars, acid-squirting flowers, razor-sharp playing cards, and his notorious Joker Venom, which causes victims to laugh uncontrollably before dying. His creativity knows no bounds. Weaknesses. Carnage's weaknesses are significant. He is vulnerable to intense sonic vibrations and extreme heat, which can disrupt or even separate the symbiote from its host. The Joker, despite the Venom enhancement, is still susceptible to physical injury. Overuse of Venom can lead to serious side effects, including addiction and physical deterioration. Plus, his own insanity can sometimes cloud his judgment, leading to reckless decisions. Time to dive into the action. How would this epic battle play out? The first encounter. The Joker decides to confront Carnage at an abandoned amusement park, his old stomping grounds. He sets the stage with traps, funhouse mirrors, and, of course, deadly surprises. Carnage arrives, unimpressed by the theatrics. "Welcome to my carnival of chaos," the Joker announces with a maniacal laugh. Let the games begin. Escalation. Carnage attacks head-on, swinging lethal symbiote blades. The Joker deftly dodges, using his enhanced agility from Venom. He counters with explosive pies and acid balloons, trying to keep Carnage off balance. The park becomes a battlefield of explosions, laughter, and blood. Turning points. Realizing that brute force isn't enough, the Joker initiates his traps. He floods the area with high-frequency sounds, causing Carnage visible pain. "What's the matter? Can't handle a little noise?" the Joker taunts. But Carnage adapts quickly, using his symbiote to block out some of the sound. He then brings down a Ferris wheel, forcing the Joker to scramble. The stakes are getting higher. The climax. In a daring move, the Joker injects a massive dose of Venom, pushing his body to the limit. He engages Carnage in close combat, showing strength and speed that catch the symbiote off guard. However, the overuse starts taking its toll on the Joker's body. Sensing weakness, Carnage prepares to deliver the final blow. In a last-ditch effort, the Joker triggers a massive chemical explosion, engulfing them both in flames and sonic blasts. So, who walks away from this explosive encounter? The victor declared. As the smoke clears, Carnage emerges, severely weakened but alive. The combination of fire and sonic waves has damaged the symbiote, but his regenerative abilities kick in. The Joker is nowhere to be seen, presumed dead, until that eerie laughter echoes in the distance. He's alive, but barely, suffering from Venom withdrawal and injuries. Technically, Carnage wins the battle, but neither villain is in good shape. Consequences of the battle. Gotham is left in chaos, with parts of the city destroyed and citizens terrified. The authorities are overwhelmed, and both villains have slipped away into the shadows. The battle has drawn significant attention, possibly even from other heroes and villains. The city's already fragile peace has been shattered. Reactions from other characters. Batman investigates the aftermath, puzzled by reports of a red, shape-shifting creature. He realizes this is beyond his usual rogues gallery. Meanwhile, across the multiverse, Spider-Man senses that something is off with his symbiote foes. Could this lead to an unprecedented team-up between Batman and Spider-Man? Now that would be epic. Let's stir the pot a bit with some what-if scenarios. What-if scenarios. What if the Joker managed to bond with a symbiote himself? Combining his twisted mind with symbiote powers could create an even more formidable threat. Or, what if Carnage decided to infect others, creating an army of symbiote-controlled citizens in Gotham? The possibilities are endless and terrifying. Alternatively, what if they decided to team up instead of fight? The Joker's planning and Carnage's raw power could make them unstoppable. The chaos they'd unleash would be off the charts. Community opinions. Fans are divided on this matchup. Some argue that the Joker's intellect and cunning would outsmart Carnage, exploiting his weaknesses. Others believe that Carnage's overwhelming power and lack of morality would overpower the Joker, Venom or not. One fan aptly said, "It's like pitting chaos against insanity. Either way, the world burns." What a wild ride. Let's wrap things up. Recap of the epic clash. We pitted Marvel's Carnage against DC's the Joker, amped up with Venom. We explored their origins, abilities, and how they'd fare against each other. In the end, while the Joker put up a fierce fight, Carnage's sheer power and resilience gave him the edge. But let's be real, when these two are involved, everyone's a loser, especially innocent bystanders. Final thoughts. These kinds of crossover battles are what make comic discussions so much fun. They let us explore what-if scenarios and pit our favorite characters against each other in ways official stories might never do. Whether you're Team Carnage or Team Joker, the debate is half the excitement. Call to action. So, what do you think? Who would win in this insane showdown? Do you have a different outcome in mind? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe for more epic battles, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. Until next time, stay geeky, my friends.